Here we are at the Sheraton Conference 2008. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Why do you think people have traveled from, how many countries is it now?
37.
All over the world, 37 countries to come to the AME.
Well, I think that in this difficult economic time, people are recognizing that in order to survive, they really have to accelerate their lean journey. And that's really what this conference is all about. It's all about sharing best practices, sharing techniques, and for people to network together and figure out how they can go back on Monday morning and make a difference in their company. And for a lot of companies, a lot of manufacturers, they're facing very difficult times. So, people come here, they learn tools and techniques, and they learn from each other, and they learn what they can do to help their company prosper and survive in this difficult economic time.
We've been talking to people who have brought as many as 30 and more individuals from their company, spending a large chunk of their training and education right here as an investment with the AME. Why do you think people focus on the AME as a source for their education?
AME is pretty unique. AME is an organization of practitioners, and it's all about practitioner to practitioner shared learning. This kind of stuff with lean implementation and lean transformation and enterprise excellence is not something that you can go and learn how to do at college. You can't take a course in it. You can read books about it and get the theory, but the actual practice is a whole different ballgame in implementation. So people come here and they bring teams of people here so that the whole team gets the same information, they get all the knowledge, they share it. We actually have coaches that we provide for them that are seasoned practitioners from AME that coach these teams of people on how to get the most value out of the conference by going to practitioner presentations, tours, keynote addresses, special interest sessions, the accelerated learning experiences, all the different things that we offer. And then they get together as a team and share those experiences every night after the day is done, all right, with their coach. And so that they as a team then can go back to their company and take these things that they've learned and implement them and make a difference right away.
One of the things I've heard from people on the tour buses and coming out of the keynote presentations is that they were able to contribute as much as they learned. In fact, AME members are some of the attendees, so it's a dialogue. What are some of the stories you've heard from people who came to an AME conference and then became next year a volunteer or a presenter?
What you hear is that they got more out of becoming a tour site or hosting a workshop. They got more out of it than what they put into it in terms of being a tour site or hosting a workshop. Because when you have AME members coming on a tour, for instance, you got 45 people piling off the bus. These are all manufacturing practitioners who can go through your plant, and no matter how good you are, they'll look through it and they'll go, well, I saw this, and have you thought about that? Or I saw that they're doing this over there. Have you thought about trying this? Right? And the tour hosts always come back and say, boy, that was wonderful. We got more ideas from these people that were here. I think we got more out of it than they did. All right, and that's really the beauty of AME. All right, and the same thing for being hosting a workshop and that kind of stuff. You get free consultants coming in and looking at your plant, and they're all practitioners.
We're halfway through the conference. We've had roughly half of the keynote speakers, I think, speak by now. What was interesting for you listening to either Jason Myers or Ken Goodson? Or
I had the pleasure of being at a reception with Jason the night before, and Jason is absolutely right. When he talks about the future of manufacturing in North America. I mean, if you saw his opening where he showed the video about dirty, dark, dangerous, declining, and then flatlined, and then it comes up and says, think again, and you see modern manufacturing, and it's clean, and it's high tech, and manufacturing in North America is still very vibrant. It is still a terrific career opportunity for people, right? But the public press and the politicians don't seem to get it. All right, it's an important part of our economy. It's an important part of the wealth generation for our society, and it's something that we have to preserve right, to be able to enjoy the lifestyle in North America that we've enjoyed. And most manufacturers will tell you that they're doing okay. And the small, medium-sized manufacturers are growing. So, manufacturing is not dead in North America, and it's still a great career for people.
Some would say that in the challenging economic times, certainly that are coming up, there will also be opportunity. Where do you think there might be opportunity for manufacturers?
The opportunity for manufacturers, and there is going to be tons of opportunity, because as business declines, the businesses that are doing lean transformation look at this as an opportunity to gain market share, because they can do things with their lean implementations that their competitors can't, in terms of build to order, fast delivery, customization for customers. It's really about solving customer problems. And if the manufacturer can take and adapt their systems to solve customer problems and do it very quickly at a competitive price, they can gain market share. They also can take this slowdown. Most of the lean folks will not lay people off. What they'll do is they'll take them and put them in training programs, and they'll cross-train people. They'll increase the expertise and the skill level of all their employees. So when things turn around and they've gained some market share, they're ready for the rebound. And they can get market share away from competitors, and after the rebound, they won't lose it because of what they can do.
Which sort of begs my next question, but what does differentiate the people who come to AME conferences, do you think, from those who haven't had the opportunity yet? Well, who do you find at AME conferences?
You find the practitioners that are interested in helping their companies prosper and survive in these difficult times, and those people who are, and sometimes they're the same people, those people that are interested in gaining skills so that they can enhance their careers. I mean, you see a lot of people here, and I've seen people over the years who come in. When they first come in, they're a manufacturing engineer, working on the shop floor, installing equipment and stuff. Now they're the plant manager or the VP of operations. And you ask them, well, how did that happen? It was all AME and the skills that I learned and what I learned about operations, and that's what helped me with my career, and that's what helped me to advance.
Well, that's incredibly rewarding. Clearly there's an enormous amount of time put in by all the people who put the conference together, but yourself. Why for you is this motivating, important? Why would you spend all this time?
I got my graduate degree from the University of Chicago. And the University of Chicago School of Economics teaches you that in order to create wealth for a society, you've got to either mine it, you got to grow it, or you have to make it. And everything else is just moving money around. And that's exactly what Jay said in his opening speech yesterday. And I firmly believe that. And I would hate to see my children and my grandchildren have a lower standard of living than I've enjoyed because we lose manufacturing in North America.
Well, he and I think Dave Hogg both said steal with pride. So maybe it's more inherent with pride.
No,
you pass these things on.
Yeah, you pass them on, but we talk about at AME that we steal proudly. We steal ideas from each other, and we all do it, right? But I mean, in my career, I was a practitioner for almost 40 years, and I've been in thousands of plants, and I've been a member of AME and been involved with AME for over 20 years. I've only been the president for the last 2, so. But I've been in thousands of plants, and I have never been in a plant where I haven't walked away with a usable idea. Some of them are better than others, but I've never walked out of a plant without something I can use and I can apply in my own business.